It's the most wonderful time of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into my official Top 5 College Football Betting Parlays, week number 8. And guys, late last night, I officially received word from my agent, from Forbes, that I am a billionaire. After this latest round of betting, after all these parlays have been hitting, we all know I've made multiple people billionaires, and now I am officially a billionaire. So guys, I just wanted to say thank you. It's so great. It's so inspiring. We love making this money. I want to give it all away. But guys, the grind doesn't stop. I'm a billionaire right now, but we keep pushing, we keep moving on, and we've got another round of parlays, and it is the safe parlay. This is, currently labeled a nuclear weapon by the United States government. It's classified under it, the safe parlay. And the reason is because it's created a major inflation problem due to how many times it wins. So guys, let's take a look at this. The safe parlay, we've got Ohio State minus the 16.5 versus Iowa. That's minus 525. That's a line where I'm buying points. I do this on the safe parlay because we want to be safe. We want to be secure. That's the slogan, safe and secure with the safe parlay. So guys, I think Iowa's going to have problems scoring in this game. They have a horrific offense. I think the Buckeyes cover the 29. But again, we're doing a parlay. We need a lot of different things to hit. Let's even the odds a little bit. Let's give ourselves a better chance. I'll take the Buckeyes easily cover a 16.5 point spread. Next, we've got Texas at Oklahoma State. These games are always shootouts in the Big 12. And again, guys, I'm buying points. I'm evening the odds. I'm getting the over 49.5, minus 525. I think the actual over-under is in the 60s. But this game, Big 12 football, Quinn Ewers, Oklahoma State's been scoring. They've got a quarterback that can throw the ball a lot. Spencer Sanders, the veteran. I will take the over in this game. Both of these teams possibly getting in to the 30s at least. Number 3, I'm taking Charlotte on the money line versus Florida International. Guys, if FIU wins this game, oh my God, there's no way. Charlotte's actually impressed me recently too. They recently covered against UAB. They're minus 14 at home. And guys, the general consensus amongst people, FIU is the worst team currently in FBS, unfortunately. I will take Charlotte just to win. I've just got them on the money line. We're not doing the spreads. We want to be safe. We want to be secure. I'll take Charlotte on the money line. Next, we've got a rebound game, home game for James Madison. If you don't know, Marshall is just horrible. They beat Notre Dame in week 2, but they have looked terrible. And just last week, they were 10-point favorites against Louisiana and lost that game straight up by 10 points. James Madison, this was a team that was on a warpath. They finally get ranked. They lose. They're coming home as 12-point favorites. They're going to be pissed off. They will win this game. I will just take them on the money line. Baylor, money line versus Kansas. Trust Baylor football. Trust Baylor football in this spot. The one thing I will say, their starting quarterback is questionable for this game. I just remembered that they are at home. Baylor is the more talented team. Not by much because they really don't recruit that well in football, but still, Baylor's the better team. Kansas has a horrible defense. You allow 700 yards. It's tough to take you seriously. Kansas does have a good offense, even with their backup quarterback, but again, Baylor, as long as their starting quarterback is playing, I like them to win this game. They're currently 7-point favorites. They will get back on track and win this game at home. Let's make sure, these college injuries are just there. It's Russian roulette with these college injuries, guys. You just don't know. I mean, NC State fans wake up on Saturday, Devin Leary is questionable, and then 2 hours later, oh no, he's out for the year. You never know with college injuries. It's disgusting. They kill us. They kill us. And then, guys, trust James Franklin. Trust Penn State football. They're due to get back on track. It's a whiteout. Minnesota has a quarterback injury. Penn State is the more talented team. Unbelievable atmosphere, guys. Give me Penn State moneyline veteran quarterback Sean Clifford. He's not great. He's not going to beat Michigan or Ohio State, but he can certainly beat Minnesota with the crowd behind him at home. I will take Penn State on the money line, and that is the overall value on the safe parlay, plus 285 on those odds for this week. Moving to my second parlay, I'm taking Central Michigan on the money line versus Bowling Green. Again, guys, a lot of money line type strategy from me when it comes to these parlays because we're not ignorant. We understand it's very hard to, get a bunch of spreads in a row, right? So we're doing the money line thing. Bowling Green coming off a surprising upset win. They're due for a loss. They're going on the road against a Central Michigan team who's better than their record. Central Michigan is better than their record. They win that game. I think they cover the 6.5 too. Purdue money line at Wisconsin. We've got to trust Purdue in this one, and the Big Ten needs this game so badly. If Purdue wins this game, they do have a chance to enter the AP poll. The West needs a team, along with Illinois. Maybe it is Purdue. They're 2-point underdogs. Wisconsin lost to Michigan State, man. I know it was on the road. It's just a horrifically bad loss. I still don't think Wisconsin is very good. I will take Purdue. This is an annoying game. Maybe I love the under in this game. I feel it's going to be low scoring. Maybe 24-17, 20-17, something like that. Aiden O'Connell makes one more throw. Purdue gets a lucky break here and there. It just feels like it's not Wisconsin's year. Purdue needs this. The Big Ten needs this. College football needs this. Trust Purdue football on the road. Next, we've got Pitt at Louisville. We love it. The over 55. This is one of the locks of the year. Both of these offenses good enough to at least get into the high 20s, low 30s. Should be a very competitive game. It opened as a pick'em, so I see both of these teams possibly getting into the 30s. Pittsburgh has a great running back. Louisville has Malik Cunningham, a dual threat, really good college quarterback. Number 4, I love Air Force. Air Force, I think, is going to definitely cover the 3.5-point spread. I think it's been bet down to 3, but I will just take them on the money line if I'm doing a parlay. I don't want to risk them winning but not covering, so I'll just take the money line. Air Force is on a warpath right now. They're phenomenal. They struggled earlier in the year. There was some big hype. They lose 2 games. Boise State, on the other hand, is ridiculously overrated, in my opinion, when it comes to Vegas. This team should be a touchdown underdog against Air Force. Air Force coming off a total domination of UNLV. They're getting hot. They're at home. Boise State has major offensive issues. Give me Air Force to win that game, and that is a 14 parlay. The overall odds plus right around 800 on that one. My number 3 parlay, we're going North Texas at UTSA over 58.5. So guys, once again, I am buying points here. I believe the overall odds on this are like minus 500, minus 525. North Texas, one of the most underrated teams in terms of just the having interesting games. They're just underappreciated. Every game North Texas plays in seems to be high scoring. It seems to be interesting. UTSA, they're an offense that can score a lot. They're coming off kind of an underwhelming performance against FIU. They're going to want to get back on track. The real over-under in this game is like 71. So this game will go over the 58.5. I am buying stuff there. Next, once again, Northern Illinois at Ohio over the 52.5. Ohio has a crazy good quarterback. Northern Illinois scores a ton. It's a MAC game. It's an afternoon game. It's got over written all over it. I think the actual over-under is 65. I'll take the over 52.5. I'll buy a bunch of points because it is a parlay, and we understand how hard it is to win these parlays. So we're trying to give ourselves a little bit better of an odds. Next, we've got UAB at Western Kentucky. Guys, same thing. I actually love the over 57.5 in this game. Both of these offenses are good, but we're buying it. We're trying to give ourselves better odds. I'll take the over 45.5. We've seen the trends shift in college football. All of these games are going over. They're all high scoring. Just look at the Big 12, for example. It's good offense versus good offense, and it produces a ton of points. North Texas scores a lot. UTSA scores a lot. Northern Illinois scores a lot. Ohio scores good enough. UAB has a good offense. Western Kentucky scores a ton. All these games are going over. All of them. Especially when you buy points like that. That is unbelievable stuff. And then you know what? The fourth and final leg of this, it's just going to be Tulane money line. So guys, last week we saw James Madison enter the AP poll, and they were a one and done. They immediately get upset by Georgia Southern. I trust Tulane football too much to not bet them here on the money line versus a decent Memphis team, but really a bipolar Memphis team who sometimes has a really good offense, other games is really bad. I'll take Tulane. They're around a touchdown favorite at home. I think they're going to have a lot of atmosphere finally being ranked in the first time, for the first time in forever. They've had a great season. I respect Tulane football too much not to pick them. And that is the overall 4-team parlay. You can see plus 165 on that. Moving on to my fourth parlay, we're going Washington money line at California. Guys, California is horrible. California just lost to Colorado, who has been, widely regarded as possibly one of the worst Power 5 teams in the past decade, and California just gave them their first win. So California is terrible. I understand California is at home. I also love Washington minus the 7.5, but it is a parlay. I'm just going to take them money line here. Also, Maryland money line versus Northwestern. So we've got another bit of an injury here to worry about. Maryland's starting quarterback, game time decision. I think he plays because Maryland needs to win this game. They're around 13.5-point favorites. All of the models say that Maryland should cover this spread and definitely win this game. Northwestern is one of the worst Power 5 teams in college football this season. Number 3, UCF money line at East Carolina. I love UCF. UCF is free money minus the 5. They're free money on the money line. They are a top 20 team in college football. They will make a New Year's Six Bowl as the Group of 5 representative, and they're going to beat whoever they face in a New Year's Six Bowl. I'm sorry. That's how good this UCF team is. They're real good. UCF, guys, here it is. Trust Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is going to save college football this weekend. He's going to save Oregon football from themselves. He's going to cleanse Oregon. And Oregon fans are hoping they lose. They want to be cleansed. That disgusting spell that happened to them week 1 against Georgia. It's so sad what's happened to Oregon football. Chip Kelly is going to save Oregon football by beating them. And guys, it is going to be so great and so inspiring. Chip Kelly, I've trusted him all year. He's on a warpath. UCLA is on a warpath. Oregon will be saved. Their program will be saved this weekend. It's going to be so great to get Oregon football back after the disgusting things that have happened to them week 1. And then, oh, they're winning all these games. Oh, whatever. They're going to be saved. They will lose, and that will cleanse them of the Georgia spell. UCLA will win this game on the money line as 6-point underdogs. That's plus 581. That is a 4-teamer. Obviously, UCLA is plus 190. So that really makes a lot of that one. Moving on to my number 5 parlay. I don't think it's totally money line. No, it's not. So, guys, Arizona State at Stanford. The under 54.5 is an auto lock. Let me explain. This game is taking place at 1 o'clock Pacific, so right in the afternoon. So the vibe is going to be, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be 6-3 at halftime. It's a lock. I've seen these games 100 times. I know what I'm talking about. The under in this game is a lock based on the timing. Missouri money line versus Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt is back to being horrible again. Missouri right around 14-point favorites. I'll take them. Number 3, we'll take Clemson on the money line versus Syracuse. I just think Clemson's defensive line is going to overwhelm Syracuse. They've got way more talent. They're at home, and they're not going to underestimate Syracuse this year because Syracuse is undefeated. I do think Clemson probably also covers the 13.5-point spread, but I'll just take them on the money line. And then a few NFL games. We're going Cowboys money line versus the Lions with Dak Prescott back, as well as the Thursday night game. We're going to take the Cardinals on the money line versus the Saints with DeAndre Hopkins coming back off of his suspension. So that is the 5th parlay. It's 4 money lines and then 1 over/under plus 525. And then these are just some other parlays that I like throwing together. So this is just all heavy favorites. I mean, I'll check to see if this actually wins. I think it would be funny if it did. It's plus 191. Notre Dame is a lock. San Jose State is a lock. Maryland is a lock as long as their quarterback plays. James Madison, I would be shocked if they lost. Kent State is a lock versus Akron. Wake Forest, I think Wake Forest actually might get upset. I mean, they're 20-point favorites. Alabama's not going to lose again. And then Vegas versus Houston, and then Tampa Bay at Carolina, and that whole mess. So I just like throwing one of these out there to see if they would win. But guys, this is actually a legitimate strategy. This is what I would do. Could you imagine if you just get free money, get a free $341 by doing this? This is minus 147. Notre Dame moneyline, Maryland moneyline, James Madison, Kent State, Alabama. $341, risk $500. It's free money. They're going to give me free money. I'm going to take it. But guys, that is going to do it for my top 5 college football betting parlays for week number 8. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.